It's week 1 of the 2024 season, and coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Eagles and the Texans on Thursday night.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we are back to football. It's the Thursday opener for 2024, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Houston Texans. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Texans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down. Stroud looking to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Dancing away at the 35. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are... Stroud now on 1st and 10. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Finding room at midfield. He's on his way. Amari Cooper, touchdown. Amari Cooper, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for... On first down, here's Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10, here's Stroud. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he had a spot right in midfield at the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Stroud sets up the play action. It's complete to Hopkins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here goes Stroud again. For Kittle here, it's complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans are able to add on to that. They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Finding space at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 157 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Plenty to look forward to in that early window, one being a noontime start up in Green Bay. A big one for the Packers as they'll take on the visit.
Well, look around. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. He may go. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Okay, ready? Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Gets around him, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Down the left sideline. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Texans. Amari Cooper. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are able to widen their advantage. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
23 yards, the final tally.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and 10, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Cooper with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans... They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice it.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 54 yards. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
60 vices, 60 vices.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down to the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Texans add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced
they'll start this drive out on the ground. Shreds him with a stiff arm. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's Stroud. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple.
19 Tiger.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Wide open, Amari Cooper. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans extend their lead yet again.
Well, this offensive line is really stepping.
And Stroud now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Now Stroud. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Let me see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say he went out of bounds, came back in, then touched the football.
Can't be the first guy to touch it when you come back in bounds. That's why the penalty goes against him. Have to know where you are on the field.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When you get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now is part of that newer 7.